Glenn Mitchell, who is executive director of both Norfolk General and Lee Memorial Hospitals, says healthcare costs here have pretty much followed the national trend. The American Hospital Association says the national figures rose 13% last year. Although that is a sizable rise, Mitchell says it was probably the lowest increase in a decade. Rising salaries are part of the reason, of course, as is the high cost of medical equipment and drugs. But Mitchell says the real problem is inflation.
And I guess the things that have affected us the most are probably the petroleum costs, not only for the cost of the utilities that it takes to heat and air condition and sterilize and all the other kinds of power needs that we have in our institutions, but also because we become so dependent upon disposable items, and disposable items tend to be from petroleum products. The other big factor is food. We buy a tremendous amount of food to feed the patients of our institutions and the other folks who eat in the institution. I don't think we're any different than anybody else who has to buy the services of people and the products and supplies that it takes to run the institution. If we are the only thing controlled, then we will benefit if inflation is less than anticipated, and we will pay a great penalty in terms of sacrificing of service if they are higher than that.
The Carter plan can be expected to undergo considerable change, of course, and may even fail to pass Congress. Should federal limits on the industry eventually be instituted, however, Mitchell says they might not apply in Virginia. The General Assembly has passed cost review and control legislation, and that might permit the Commonwealth to request exemption from any federal controls. Martha Graham, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Norfolk.